What's up, guys? Shawn here. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about human conversation using the medium of spoken language. All right, so when you are exchanging information with somebody else face to face, or even like in this platform when you're being recorded and someone's watching it, you're the words that you use, statistically speaking, that's about approximately 7% of the information being exchanged. The actual words is approximately 7% of the information. Body language is over 50%, and then you have the rest, 30 something percent, is the sound the words are making, the tone of voice, the volume, the inflection, the pitch. So you have the words so like a text or an email, that's words. But then when you actually are face to face or seeing a video representation, you get all of the other sounds and visuals that give you much more knowledge about what the speaker is saying. Because if you text or email someone, and you or private message someone, and you say, yeah, I'm doing really good. Okay, there's very little wiggle room on what that means. But yet you could talk to someone in person, and they could say, I'm doing really good, and there could be 100 different messages. They could be horribly depressed or just scared out of their minds, and they would say those words, but it's obvious. You can see it in their eyes, you can read it on their face that they're not doing good. They're actually really doing really badly. Okay, so those are like two levels of communication. There's a third level that I don't hear anyone ever speaking about, that I gained awareness of a while back and haven't really talked about it. There's a third level of this communication piece I'm about to tell you, but I just want to parallel it. A parallel would be the Egyptian hieroglyphics and other cultures similar to the ancient Egyptians who utilized hieroglyphics as a written language. There's two different levels of that language. There's the hieroglyphic translation that is commonly discussed amongst people, amongst scholars deciphering what the hieroglyphics mean, written on the pyramid walls and such. But then there's the same hieroglyphics have a deeper meaning. There's a deeper, more profound, more hidden, occult means hidden, message. Well, human beings do that too, and it's not it's almost never at a conscious level. This happens in a deeper level, a soul level, if you will. I call it the long point conversation. What do I mean by that? All right, I'll give you an example. Again, there's the spoken words, then there's all the body language and sounds of the words, and that's like gives you a deeper meaning. But then there's an even deeper meaning. The long point conversation is to simplify it. It's like your soul is talking to their soul. So let's say you have an acquaintance or a friend, someone you care about, but you don't get to see them much. An ex-coworker, you only see them, once a month, once every 2 months at get-togethers, right? You have a good rapport with this person. You only see them every now and then. So, yes, you're going to have the first two levels, the spoken word, face-to-face, the spoken words, and then all the body language and tone and inflection and pitch of the voice. So you're going to communicate how you're doing. Even if you don't exactly spell out your emotional and mental state, they can pick up on that information by your body language and such. However, there's that third level deep, the long point conversation. So it's like your souls are communicating and using spoken words to exchange. Now there's all kinds of energy exchanges going on. There's all this information that you're again, I'm going to use words that it's just words, and there's so much more to it, but we're limited by spoken language, but it's like the auras are intermingling and exchanging all this information. But anyway, when it gets to the spoken word, there's the long point conversation. So if you see an ex-coworker that you get along with once every 2 months, as you're having that conversation, you're hanging out and you're talking to them on a given day, there's certain little pieces, little fragments, little words here and there, almost like it's like an inside, like you know, here of an inside joke or something. So there's like a little piece of information, a couple of words that you both like you have like a common like there's like a story from the past, and you say a couple words, it's like an inside joke, and you both get it. But you're like saying a couple of words, and then 2 months later on the next get together, you have like 2 hours of interaction, and you have many sentences that you've spoken in the 2 hours, but there's going to be a little part of the conversation, again, this is 2 months later, there's going to be a little part of the conversation that internally at a deep level that you are aware that that's a continuation of a little bit of a conversation from 2 months ago. So every couple of months when you see this person, you respond to something. So you connect, it's like connecting the dots. So you take a little piece of the conversation from 2 months ago that means something important to your souls together, and then 2 months later, you continue that conversation at a subconscious level. So it's hard to like explain it in a super easy to understand manner, but yeah, so this may resonate with you, and it might be interesting for you. So, all right, I'll see you again.